What is up, you guys? It's Fallout What If you're here, and today I'm going to be doing What If Deku had Toxin and Venom Part 3 or Part 4, I don't really remember. So, let's see, anyway. Oh yeah, I have 497 subscribers, so we're almost there, people. Just 3 more, which I feel like even if I say 3 more, I'm going to be asking for more because... yeah, I think that's my greed has no limits. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, yeah. Anyway, so where we last were at, or where we were last at, or where what happened was Deku forgot to go to work because he saved Jiro. Jiro having to have CPR. Her liking the fact that she got kissed. Let's see, what else? Her going to be doing a bit of not hero training. She's going to try to work on her freaking quirk and herself because she wants to be, she's going to UA. Deku training for the next 10 months. And he has also other things as well. But before we even go to that, one of you guys said, wouldn't Toxin and Venom already healed his arm? And this part I can say no, because his arm was already healed up to the point where there's no muscles and all that stuff to be even. How do I say this? If they were there when Deku got his arm amputated, then they could have done something. But since it's been a long time, the arm is already used to being the way it is. So Toxin and Venom can't do a thing about it. Now, anyway. How do I say it? Deku's training, and he's also been working on his arms. So let's see. How do I say it? Right here. Him working on his arms and looking much more better. And training himself and doing all that stuff. But he also has new types of concepts to his arms. Something like this now. Basically, he upgraded it. And it also has grenades. And how you say it? The technology he's using now is much more easier. His arm is it's much more easier for him to handle. Or how do I say it? It's much more easier for him to use the arms. And it also has how you say it? Records, or how to say it? He can record people talking. He can also, how you say it? He also has the fire extinguisher in one of his muscles. Not only that, he can also use stun, or he can use a little bit of electricity on his fingertips. Yeah, all that kind of futuristic stuff. He also has ice grenades to to freeze people. Let's see. He also has a bit of webs that he just installed so that way Toxin and Venom can use their webbing when he swings. Yeah, because he just uses the webs for swinging and for pulling people at times. That's mostly it. But yeah. Anyway, that's how his arm is going to be like now. And he is going to... hold on, let me see. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. It's his ninja outfit. He's going to have some kind of a ninja outfit. And the arm right there is basically one of the arms that I showed you guys anyway. So yeah, that's how it looks like now. Or that's what I'm showing you guys. And yeah, basically with all that, he will be more futuristic with his technology. Or, hold on. He'll be more futuristic with his technology, but also using the symbiotes, because Venom and Toxin don't care if they're ever even used, as long as they have a host. That's their thing. And if Deku needs their help, then they're gonna help him no matter what. And yeah, that's pretty much it right there. So, they've been training and doing all this stuff, and it's already the last day of the 10 months. Freaking Venom saying, "So kid, how are we gonna be doing this?" And Deku saying, "Look, right now, I can't use my real arm, or my wooden, or not my futuristic ones, or my robo arms, because that will be probably considered cheating. So I'm going to be using a cadaver arm. And it's his wooden one. Hold on. So, okay. This is the arm that he's going to be using. It's Kankuro's puppet arm, the Red Dawn's army boards. And yeah, it's basically like this, but his fingers are basically normal and not spiky. And here's the thing. It also has a hidden dagger somewhere between the arm region. Not only that, his freaking, what is it called? His freaking, how you say it? Arms, his arm, it's more like, it's more just like this because it's most likely just used for basic stuff. If all of his arms are broken, then he's just gonna resort to this one. And yeah, also mixed in with Venom and Toxin, combining with the wooden arm, it's gonna move on its own, and how Deku thinks. So yeah, that's how it basically is. Now he just said, and Venom's just saying, so tomorrow we're gonna be going, and what kind of test are we going to be thinking, or what is the test going to be? And Deku says, well, according to the pamphlet right here, which All Might doesn't All Might doesn't give it to him because he never actually catched up with Deku. Deku just saying, I don't really know, but I know we're probably going to be doing something that heroes would be doing. And Deku says, look, we just gotta go to sleep. And his crew, which is basically Sero, Kaminari, Mina, Tokoyami, and Kirishima, that's his squad, like I said. Yeah, they're basically told by Deku just to go to sleep because tomorrow's the big day. Everybody gets to be, resting, wake up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, or whatever you guys call it these days. And yeah, the next day happens, and Deku's going to freaking, he's going inside the building. Now, anyway, Deku is going to not trip, but he does see a familiar face, which is ayoama, or belly button girl. But this one, she can summon lasers out of her fingertips, her hands, her knees, mostly anywhere around her body that has that can move around the joints. It's basically like that. So he sees her, but it's like, is that her? Is that not? And they're saying, well, we never actually smelled her around when we were around with you, so maybe it could possibly be like that. But Deku's all like, yeah, but the freaking sparkles that are all around her right now, that could be her. And Deku's just keeping this in mind. Then everything happens. Bakugo's there, and he's like, "Oh wow, Deku, look at you! You're here. And what is this? You gained a little bit of muscle. Oh wow, look at you. Go ahead." And remember what I said. If you can actually make it into UA, then you know what? I'll give you, instead of $50, $100. Which Deku's all like, alright, you're on. And Bakugo's like, okay, this kid's never gonna win. I'll just, I'll let his pipe dream, come to, I'll just let him keep dreaming until the day it gets crushed, which is whatever we're supposed to be doing. And Bakugo is talking, and Deku's saying, "Shut up. You're quite annoying right now." And freaking, how you say, Ida is all like, "What do you mean annoying?" Deku saying, "Look, you're too loud right now. I'm trying to concentrate, but you keep blabbering your mouth on and on and on and on about how, what's it called, the rules, and you didn't even let the teacher speak all the way." Ida realizing this, and he's all like, "Oh, okay." And he's not being mean to Ida, but he's just like pretty annoyed by Ida. So yeah, he's just telling him straight up, "Look, can you just be quiet?" He hasn't even talked, he hasn't even explained everything yet. And yet now you're just going on and on and on, cutting him off. Don't you feel a little bit of shame? And that's when Ida just shuts up. And Bakugo's like, "Oh, wow, so you grew a little bit of a backbone. Well, at least you can, at least you're, defending yourself now." And Deku's like, "Just keep quiet, don't get me mad. And there's a secret that you guys aren't going to find out, not yet at least. Let's just say it has to do something with carnage. But anyway, no, Bakugo's not going to get it. Sheesh. Not going to give Bakugo a chance of all that freaking strength. But anyway, Deku is now going to the starting line, and he sees Ayoama, and he goes to her. But Ida is saying, "What are you doing?" And Deku says, "Look, I'm trying to talk to an old friend of mine, and it doesn't matter if you're talking to an old friend of yours. You shouldn't try to, how do I say, not confuse her, distract her, while she's probably preparing herself mentally." And Deku's saying, "Look, I have been pretty nice up to now. You keep messing with me, and you're going to have your face broken. Comprende? Good enough for me." And Ida says, "Look, I'm not going to stop until you just do your own thing." And Deku says, "Alright." And this is when Deku lets out a bit of venom and Toxin's freaking webbing. And it's stuck to Ida. And Ida's going to be probably around where Mineta was at. And yeah, he just grabs Ida's hands and just smacks it away from him. And says, "Goodbye." Ida saying, "What do you mean goodbye?" He's trying to move his leg. It doesn't work. He's trying to move as much as he can, but it's not budging. Something is stuck to him. And this is when he talks to Ayoama. Or no, he doesn't talk to Ayoama, and he's like, "Crap. Alright. Maybe I should have just waited until the next day or something." And 3, 2, 1, there's no what's called countdowns in a real battle. Go! And yeah, everybody is off. Deku is now swinging from from building to building. And Venom is giving him all the instructions on what to do, which places to turn, which places to do some parkour in. And Deku doesn't actually say, "Get off my back." No, because he's listening to what they're saying. Because they know everything, they know a lot more than what Deku would know about web slinging, due to the fact that Peter Parker was the one who web slinged first. And Deku is just going now and just okay. And this is when he goes into his buff Venom form. And he just grabs the freaking robots and squeezes them and breaks. Most likely just due to the insides being broken while he squished them. And the other ones are just being scratched or either punched in, or their faces got punched in. Him breaking sometimes the legs off of the freaking robot and then just stabbing him. And the other students are seeing this, and they're all like, what the heck is this thing? Because they're looking at some creature, and it looks like this. It doesn't look like the other ones, because he's not showing off that yet. Or because not a lot of people know about the Vigilante, except for probably Aizawa and All Might, and some other, like, top-ranking heroes. So, yeah. Deku is just grabbing them and just playing around and says, oh, geez, all these people are so weak. Grabbing two and throwing it, like, not a mile away, but, like, probably 50 meters away. And them hitting the other two robots, and everybody's looking at this and like, this dude is probably a killer, sheesh. And it's mostly just Venom and Toxin learning how to fight a lot of freaking robots when they escaped from the prison or from where they were held captive. So yeah, it's basically like that. Deku just grabbing them with their webs and swinging them around. And yeah, that's pretty much going on for him. Ida finally got out of it because Deku said, alright, then now I'll let him loose. I should keep his mouth shut the next time. And you guys probably are thinking, wait a minute, wouldn't this make Deku have evilness in his heart? And wouldn't that mean that they can, that Venom and Toxin will become much more, like, ferocious? And I say no. I'm just going to say no on this one. Here's the thing. Deku has perfect control over his emotions. He can control his sin, or his desire of destruction and all that stuff. And if he goes a step further, then he can probably unlock a new kind of, let's say, symbiote. Which Venom and Toxin do not, or they're okay with, but it's like he's probably like the annoying one, or the one that they usually have to watch out for. So that's why they took him and, you know, trapped him inside their freaking Clintar state, or anything like that. So he's like much more easily compatible. It's basically, he's fluid, and no matter what, they will always be the same. So anyway, he's destroying stuff, and he's already probably got up to, let's say, 50... No, not 50 points. Let's say 106 points. And this is when the robot is freaking there. And Deku's all like, well, this person isn't... Well, hold on. This person, or this thing, the zero pointer doesn't have any points on him, so it's no use. So might as well just grab the small fries and, you know, work my way up. This is when he hears a scream. And it's not freaking, let's see, what's her face? Ah, crap. This isn't freaking Ochako, it's Ayoama. And this is when he sees her, and he sees a bunch of robots in the path, in its path. Because the robots are running away from the zero pointer due to the fact that they're going to be smushed. It's basic protocol in their memories. So Deku's all like, oh, hell nah. He just runs, and then now he's using this form. Yeah, I searched up that. That's pretty much it right there. He's using a smaller version of this one. This is when... No. Let's not say that right there. Okay, yeah, let's use this. He's basically using this mode right here, which is basically all of his freaking gym clothes, or his clothes that he was wearing, plus his robotic arms. Now just fusing and turning into this monstrosity. And he is like, alright, let's do this. Running now to the freaking zero pointer. Him just using all freaking his webs, and he swings that freaking the rubble away, and it hits the freaking zero pointer in the face, which kind of distracts it for a second. And he says, alright, I have to use speed. And this time he just uses his freaking how do I say it? His, hold on. So he's like this right now, or with the clothes that I just told you, but because his wooden arm has a hidden dagger in it, and by somewhat moving around the pieces, he can actually make his own sword. It's basically looking like this. And now he's running up and slashing through the freaking robot's metal. And how does he do that? I thought, well, his sword is made out of just basic steel and iron, but mixed in with the venom, with Venom's freaking blades, or his freaking the black ooze, it's turning sharper than any blade around the earth. So basically, making its own kind of weapon. He's just slashing through the freaking robot's arms, or not its arms. It's slashing through the robot's body. While doing that, running up in the freaking up to its face, and he's stabbing it and stabbing it and stabbing it through the head. But its freaking its functions are basically inside the body, and he's thinking maybe it's inside the body. So he grabs the freaking robot's head with one hand and just pulls it out. And then he sees some of the freaking let's say the 3-pointer running to the freaking kids, and he's like, "Oh no, you don't!" And he throws it all the way to the freaking robot, hitting it. So he just gets an extra 3 points, and now he's jumping inside the freaking robot or the 0-pointer, and now he's smashing and slashing through everything, kicking it, and all that, and using his fire quirk, which makes the blade turn into fire. Now, yeah, I basically use the freaking one-armed swordsman, which I don't know if it's a good movie or not, but it's old. So anyway, besides that, yeah, he's doing that all, and the 0-pointer is starting to lose consciousness, or not consciousness, it's not functioning anymore, but it's about to blow up. And Deku's like, oh crap. This is when he punches through the freaking inside the robot's stomach, and basically like a newborn baby just pushes himself out. And after that, it explodes. The bombs bursting through air gave proof. I'm sorry. Anyway, so Deku just running away and swinging, grabbing ayoama, and running up to the building and saying, "Are you okay? Does anything hurt?" And she looks at freaking this person, but she also knows that his arm is missing because he forgot to put it back, which it is a hassle to like freaking rearrange some of the pieces back together. He hasn't actually fully mastered puzzles actually. So she says, "Are you okay? Your arm is kind of hurt." And Deku's like, no, I lost my arm a long time ago." And this is when Ayoama is like thinking about it very much, but she's like, one arm. Who has one arm? I remember somebody in my childhood with one hand, but say, what is your name? And Deku's like, it's I'd rather not say. And she's like, "Oh, okay." But she knows it's probably Deku, so she's like, "Izuku." And Deku's all like, "Wait, huh? What do you want?" And she's all like, "Gotcha." And this is when Deku's like, crap. And this is when he's like, "Alright, let me take off my mask." Which, like I said, it's like this. So basically he took up a ninja, or he's taking up like a symbiotic ninja thing. And this is when Ayoama sees this, and she's all like, "Whoa, hello, how are you looking today?" Because she looks at Deku and she's like, "Okay, yeah. So, how have you been? And Deku's all like, I've been pretty good. Let me just say, it's been a long time since we talked to each other, and sorry that I didn't tell you my name. It was. She's all like, yeah, never mind, I understand. It's been a while for me too. So, how have you been? And Deku's like, yeah, pretty much good, you know. You look very pretty as usual. And remember, this is her childhood crush. This is the one who saved her. She's all like, oh, yeah, thank you. I get that all the time. But, yeah, you don't get it from you don't sometimes hear it from your crush, so you're like, yeah. Pretty, you know, I got this mother now. Anyway. So, yeah, they basically talk for a while because the thing is already over. It just ended the moment they swung to the building. So, Deku's all like, yeah, it's been a very long time, and I missed you. And she's like, yeah, I missed you too. And I was wondering, did you have a quirk this whole time? And Deku's saying, kind of. I didn't actually unlock it until probably earlier on over the years. And this is when she's all like, oh, okay. Well, you saved me, and I'm pretty glad that you did. And she's being a little flustered, and Deku's like, well, yeah, I should probably, say that it's been a while since I talked, but I'm grateful that me and you met. It's been a little hard on me, but I'm glad that I finally got to talk to you again. And this is when I was like thinking, yeah, screw it. She just grabs her and she just grabs him and starts kissing him, because even though she's embarrassed, she's basically like her own kind of woman. She's an independent type person. So, yeah, she's just like, screw it, might as well do it. And, yeah, Deku's like pretty shocked. Venom's all like, alright, 2 girls at the same time. Oh no, you got 2 girls already. Toxin's all like, no, hush. I got 2 phones with and Deku's like, shut up. And ayoama stops with the kissing, and she says, hold on, let me show you something. Let me see. Okay, I'm back. So, I'm actually just clearing the whole room for everything. The one where I said there's a female Todoroki, that's what she mostly looks like. The one with Ida in the Flash, yeah, that's basically that one. And this is basically freaking her, right here. ayoama, that's her right here in this one. So yeah, it took me quite a while to get this one, or quite a while to actually find out which one it was. So that's basically what it is right here. Yeah, it's basically gender bend, or she probably looks like this one right here. That's basically it right there. Now we're back into this situation right here. So Deku, talks to her a little bit more, and he just takes her home. And yeah, they probably go to a freaking sorry, a food cart, and they eat crepes or something like that. I don't know, boba tea. I don't know what's over there in Japan, but all the good foods, they eat that. And Venom's like, yes, nutrients. And even though they're perfect, they're in perfect symbiosis, and they don't actually have to eat, Venom likes food still. That's his thing. He likes food. So yeah, that happens, and he gets accepted. They go to class one. They go to class 1A. He meets Jiro, and he meets Ayoama. And Deku's like, ooh, that's I forgot. I kissed both of them. And Venom's all like, oh, I always wanted to. I always wondered what's going to happen. Toxin saying, hey, hush now. This is going to be something that he can't get away from this. But yeah. So this is what happens. Bakugo is mad, but he says, here. And this is when he starts becoming angry Bakugo. Or not angry Bakugo, but he's all like, you won. Just don't get too cocky. I'm still going to be number one. And this is when Deku's all like, yeah, whatever. And now he talks. Well, Jiro and Ayoama go to him. And these two are like, does this chick know who Deku is? How far have they gone? They're basically thinking the same thing. And they're like, so, who are you, miss? And Jiro's like, my name is no. Jiro tells Ayoama, who are you? While smiling. Ayoama says, oh, I am Ayoama. Pleasure to meet you. Jiro saying, likewise. And there's basically freaking thunder going between the both of them. And you know what? Deku's all like, oh, jeez. I have the power to kill, yet I've got to deal with this fiasco. And you know what? I'm leaving this off right here. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, see you later. Bye.